This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 482. How to tell if he has the potential to commit, and 3 common online dating mistakes, both by Dr. Diana Kirschner of lovein90days.com. Hey there, and welcome to the show where I bring you some of the best relationship content we can find. I'm your host, Joss Marie, and as you may already know, we love sharing inspirational quotes from podcast episodes on our Instagram. And you can go ahead and actually follow us right at Old Podcast to see those. But for now, let's get right into Dr. Kirschner's posts that offer tips on commitment and online dating and start optimizing your life. How to tell if he has the potential to commit by Dr. Diana Kirschner of lovein90days.com. You're smart, successful, but single. Are you dating a guy who seems to like you, who may say he loves you, but leaves you wondering, will he commit? Have you been with someone for years waiting for him to pop the question? Maybe you're even engaged, but he's not ready to set the date? Men. Truth is, men are at least as hard to figure out as women. Who hasn't fallen for that grand opening game in which they lure us with intimate talks, funny dates, soft kisses, maybe a perfect little heart bracelet, and more? A man can be attracted to you, have mind-blowing sex with you, see you regularly, and be caretaking to a fault, and yet deny the fact that you are a couple, or at the same time, be secretly seeing another woman. He may fantasize about a future together with you and speak about those fantasies, but hasn't the slightest inclination to make it all come true. So what gives? How do you know if you're wasting your time? Here's the thing to remember. A certain level of commitment fears are normal. When a man and woman fall in love and come together, it is common to have fears come up about losing one's separate sense of self, one's space, one's own identity, and unique pursuits and interests. Both men and women have these fears. So, how do you tell the difference between normal fears and hardcore commitment phobia? Here's the key. If a man's fears are at the normal level, they do not stop him from moving forward over time into increasing intimacy and commitment. So, how do you tell if he has the potential to get over these fears? Sometimes it is hard to tell if your boyfriend has an unworkable commitment phobia or more normal fears that he is willing to work on. Here's a 10-part checklist to help you tell the difference between normal fears and commitment phobia. In the last several months or a year, is he 1. Trying to be self-reflective by talking about his issues and fears with you in an effort to deal with them and move forward? 2. Responsive to you when you soothe his fears? 3. Showing willingness to work on himself by taking growth or spiritual courses? 4. Actively in therapy or coaching? 5. Opening his world of friends and family to you? 6. Introducing you to people as his girlfriend or significant other? 7. Sharing his physical space? 8. Growing in his ability to discuss what he wants for his future? 9. Becoming more open to discussing the next steps in your relationship? And 10. Saying I love you more easily, or at times entertaining thoughts or joking about getting engaged or living together? Answer key to quiz. If he is moving forward in 5 or more of these ways, chances are his fears are more manageable and in the normal range, and he is interested in becoming serious with you. When men's fears of commitment are extreme, they can play out in many different ways. Some men become addicts, compulsive video game players, eaters, drinkers, or workaholics. Others become argumentative or domineering. Still, others may act extremely passive or withdraw. Others disappear on you. Still, others cheat. In such cases, you must remember, his fears are not about you. You can't fix it by being the perfect person or staying with him to prove your love. When your partner's fear is out of control, it is operating at an unconscious level and therefore determines the outcome of any love relationship. In other words, no matter how much love you pour into him, it goes nowhere. Once the deeper fear is triggered, whether it is by the prospect of seeing each other more regularly, discussing a future together, moving in, or getting engaged, a man with extreme fear will at a fundamental level do all he can to pull back. He is not willing to examine himself, his motives, or his fears. Here's what you need to understand. This type of guy does not want to change. It's best to get out quickly and cut your losses, no matter how hard or unfair it seems. You're better off leaving because if you stay, all you will end up with is a lot of wasted years you can never get back, not to mention bitter disappointment and heartache. Remember this: you deserve someone who is willing to work through his fears to be with you. 3 Common Online Dating Mistakes by Dr. Diana Kirschner of lovein90days.com. Here are 3 common online dating mistakes that will ruin your shopping for guys. Avoid these online dating mistakes so that you attract the best men. Have you wondered why so many guys you meet through online dating are a total bust? Even the ones who seem promising and come on strong in the beginning? And then one fight or misstep and poof, it's all over. Ouch. You know exactly what I mean. It can be enough to make you feel like totally giving up on finding love through online dating. Except you don't. There is a faint whisper in your heart that tells you true love is going to be there for you. And it will, if you know how to look for it and don't make the usual online dating mistakes. If you know what you are doing, online dating can be like shopping for the best guys in the greatest stores on earth. In fact, 2 women in my love mentoring program got very happily engaged this week to scrumptious men, devoted men, their soulmates. And they found them through online dating. So here, adapted from my new online dating book, Find Your Soulmate Online in 6 Simple Steps, are 3 common mistakes that can make online dating a total waste. Online dating mistake number 1. You don't post a great and current photo. Men are visual creatures. If your photo is blurry, smileless, and are from the dark ages, it won't draw any real or lasting responses. Online dating mistake number 2. Don't go on niche tiny sites. Small boutique sites may sound intriguing, but chances are there are 0 men on there in your area who could be your soulmate. You may be tempted by a site like holistichealerdating.com or fullfigurefriendfinder.com. These are made-up sites, but someone will probably create them. But new little sites do not have enough members and provide slim pickings. Online dating mistake number 3. Avoid being ultra picky or defensive in your profile about the kind of guy you are looking for. This communicates that you are a diva. Most men are turned off by the thought of being whittled down by a judgmental woman. Good men who are soulmate material go for warm, loving women whom they feel they can please. So, work on your profile, get on that right site or app, and post a great photo. You just listened to the post titled, How to Tell If He Has the Potential to Commit, and 3 Common Online Dating Mistakes, both by Dr. Diana Kirschner of lovein90days.com. Thanks so much for joining me here today, and I'll see you again tomorrow with an interesting article on post-breakup dating, where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this podcast, but also Optimal Living Daily, the show where I read to you from even more blogs covering finance, productivity, minimalism, personal development, and more from incredible bloggers like Derek Sivers, Zen Habits, Mark and Angel, The Minimalists, and all the ones you hear on this show too. So if you enjoyed today's episode and like taking amazing blogs on the go, come on over to Optimal Living Daily and subscribe to that one too. And together, we'll start optimizing your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Living Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.